at the treetop. Why you thinking us? He got ski mop. I up top, now I guess you get re-rock. She get D in the line, feel like flesh cops. I be slanging the 3, feel like Red Sox. Bullet gas on the tree, I'm with 9. He got shot in his spine cause he's spying.
People have to man get it shaking.
Which one you gonna watch first?
Probably the funniest joke.
Each day I wake up and clock in. Know my family been straight, we been locked in. I folded some dimes off the smoke muscle. While I'm always gon' shine off the damn hustle. It's the shit that's inside, keep my mind right. Know a smoky gon' pop when the time's right. Let them boys be the block, get they limelight. Out the way, smoking gas, I'm with 9. Know they watching my page and they spying. Try to break in the circle, they spying. I'm remixing the Sprite with the C-Wop. Rolling snow caps with gas at the treetop. Why you thinking us, he got ski mop. I up top, now I guess you get re-rock. She get D in the line, feel like flesh cops. I be slanging the 3, feel like Red Sox. I said B's and Sewoo, you get red shots. I'm on one. 38 could've loaded and don't one. Getting them moves about you. All I'm dreaming is the blues. Dreams IRL too. What it means telling you. What it means fell through. Ice on, Iceman, ice show, speed. When I blow, 3, mind blown, freeze. The time on, delete. On my wrong, retracing my steps, I'm going. When I fell off, I turned to a dog. Ran it up, now my money too tall. Selling merch, ain't no tree or no dog. I relieve him, he think he too raw. Some priest smokes peas in the fall. Like on hit, got him thinking of food, but wasn't like this, but I was influenced. Bro got dog and it's ready to bark. Dutch road is ready to spark. It's the end, but I hear from the start. Each day I wake up and clock in. Know my family been straight, we been locked in. I folded some dimes off the smoke muscle. While I'm always gon' shine off the damn hustle. It's the shit that's inside, keep my mind right. Know a smoky gon' pop when the time's right. Let them boys be the block, get they limelight. Out the way, smoking gas, I'm with 9. Know they watching my page and they spying. Try to break in the circle, they spying. I'm remixing the Sprite with the C-Wop. Rolling snow caps with gas at the treetop. Why you thinking us, he got ski mop. I up top, now I guess you get re-rock. She get D in the line, feel like flesh cops. I be slanging the 3, feel like Red Sox. Bullet gas on the tree, I'm with 9. He got shot in his spine cause he's spying.
All right, man. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into it, man. We about to go ahead and tap straight in. We got Coach JB. They had a surprise guest, man. You can see right here by the hoodie. He got the wrong white lady. Coach JB, you know you dead wrong. You fooling, bro. It's supposed to be Mary Kay. You got Mina Kimes on that hoodie, blood. What you doing, Coach? Coach JB, you know you fooling. My boy got bread, lettuce, tomato. He over there whipping up. Let's go ahead and tap in with Coach JB, man. Look like they got a special guest tapped in, bro. Let's go ahead and run it up.
Beat writer out there in Cleveland. And then my man Shiloh defending his brother, the Sanders family name. We got our special guest here in the building, man. The hardest hitting defensive player in the family. Safety, content creator, the one and only Shiloh Sanders is in the building. Shiloh, what's going on, my guy? I got you, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, man? Where's Coach JB at?
You know what? That's a funny question that you asked, man. So I was looking for Coach JB. He was late to the show, but I'm looking right now behind the scenes and breaking news, man. Our producer Bailey, can you go ahead and bring JB in? What's going on with JB?
What's up? Are we on? I'm making a sandwich, dog. My bad.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Anyone can make a sandwich. They trying to pay me being misogynistic, bro.
Hey, y'all like barbecue or you want mayonnaise like white folks?
That's racist, homie. Why you put the barbecue out there, homie?
Hey, Coach JB, can you make me a sandwich? They think I'm just trying to talk down about women. That's not the case.
We all make. I got a sandwich right here, Shiloh. We all make sandwiches.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something, bro. When I was younger, my dad used to ask me to make him a sandwich. And we used to put extra peanut butter. My sister did the same thing.
Yeah.
He used to put extra peanut butter on it on purpose, so he won't ask me no more to make no more sandwich.
He didn't like the way you made it.
No, I'm just saying, bro. It's all about narrative nowadays, bro. Even me just saying that, it's just like, now he hates women. That don't make no sense. That's not the case. But thankfully, I'm my own platform. I'm my own man. Whatever I see, I can respond to. I can react to, and voice my opinion. But tell me this, Coach JB. Tell me this. Do you coach anymore?
Hell no.
Am I on the team?
Hell no.
We're in the same lane.
Same shit.
I can say what I want.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
So why is it a problem when somebody last name Sanders has something to say, bro? I'm a media outlet. When I went to the Pro Bowl, when I go to Shador's games, I get media credentials. That's my lane right now. I would be grateful for a opportunity in the league, but that's
Hold up. My boy said when he go to Shador's games, when he pull up at Shador's games, he got the press credentials. Same press credentials that Mary Kay got. Same press credentials that Jason Lloyd got. G. Bush got. All these people that are out there in the face of the media. Zach Jackson, Peterlins, people like that. He got the same credentials. So when he has something to say and he voices his opinion, just because he doesn't say it the way you like it, you can't react like this is an NFL player talking. But he's not in the league. So he can talk to you and about you how you want to. And you can't say it's a reflection of Shador. Like he just said, he is own man with his own platform.
That's not it right now. Reality right now, I don't have another opportunity. So guess what? This is my lane. So whatever I see, whatever I want to respond to, that's just what I want to respond to, just like you guys. But how's it a problem if your last name's Sanders and you do that?
Smitty make me a sandwich every day on the show. I don't, you know, shit.
Man. Oh, he cooked you, Smith. You better get in there, boy.
But the difference, here's the thing. I saw you respond about making the sandwich, and I was like, first thing I did on the show the next day, after you and I talked, I said, Smitty, motherfucker defending his brother. That's what he should do. Like, it had nothing to do with nothing else. And he was being funny, using make me a sandwich, and motherfucker take it out of its context and then try to cancel a cat. Like, that's immediately what we do. I've been canceled, so I already know how.
I love Coach JB, bro, because he can really get with him. Now, we can do as much as we want to as our community. We can talk about it. We can combat it as much as we want to. But it really hit different when you get somebody from that side that's laying out y'all BS right in front of y'all. When he's laying out the stuff that y'all doing right in front of y'all, man, that really hit different. It hurt, don't it? I know it do. Tough.
It is. So, like,
am I fair?
huh?
Am I fair? When I seen you saying that about Shador a long time ago,
Fair.
you had the wrong picture, you had the wrong narrative. I told you, you was like, hey man, thank you. I hope your family's doing good. It's respect.
Yep.
Hey, people don't understand, Shiloh. They think like they act like me and your dad don't know each other. They act like we don't talk. These cats are so worried about division that they don't realize that we can have great conversations and disagree, then create better conversations. Like this, what grown folks do. These cats think we all hate each other.
It's on media.
We disagree every day on the show.
Yeah, Smitty's like,
my
man,
guy.
you'll never. Smitty's
But the reason why that's the case is because division sells, controversy sells. Everybody getting along, kumbaya, and talking about different things, that don't sell. That don't push the needle. That don't push the gas forward. What push the gas forward, what gets views, is controversy. Stuff like this. This is what make everybody tap in. You going at Mary Kay. Oh, what's Mary Kay gonna say back? What are you gonna say back? That's what sells, bruh. So that's why it's gonna be pushed. Of course, that's why the narrative will be pushed that way. It's only natural that that's how it works.
like, you'll never get Shiloh on. Number one, because you white. Number two, because you say you talk shit. Like, shut the hell up. Me and Shiloh talk all the time. Me and Shiloh talk all the time. You dummy.
We grew up watching you. We grew up watching you. So was he was on here talking crazy too?
Oh, Smitty?
Yeah.
I defend the Sanders family 24/7.
Smitty love y'all. Smitty scared to say anything. Smitty can't say, hey, Shiloh, Smitty can't say nothing against Dion or you or Shador because he can't just say nothing.
I show love, homie. I like what the family built. You know what I mean? Exactly. Number one, but beyond that, I just like to see it's beautiful shit. It's great. We don't have a lot of examples out there like that to see just the beautiful family out there. Everybody successful, everybody thriving, everybody showing love. Shit ain't gonna always be perfect, but that's real life. None of us perfect, but it's cool that y'all crumble just being out there and showing that confidence and showing y'all are. So I've always been supporting.
Confidence. It's the confidence that people just don't like. But guess what? I don't have a reason. I don't not have the platform to say what I want to say.
Right.
Yeah.
I can say what I want to say. You know what would be cool? And my dad was telling me this. He was like, you'd be a good, like, if I was doing sports commentary, like analyst. You know what I'm saying? Every former athlete has a platform where they talk about sports. You know, if some topic interests me, like the lady Mary Kay talking crazy, then okay, I'll address it. But what everyone doesn't know is that it's been going on for so long, and she's even talking about me. Hold on.
Receipts.
I need you guys to do homework on her also. I'm not trying to attack nobody. I live in Miami. I don't want to be that guy.
I'll be him though for you.
Life good, Shiloh?
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I paid more doing media than I would have been on a team.
Yeah.
Soft flex on him. That was a soft little. He said, I'm in Miami. This ain't no background. This ain't no green screen. Tap in. I done made more off this media than anything I would have been doing at the Bucks camp.
And that's cool. If I had another opportunity, that's cool. But guess what? I'm living good and I'm happy. And you know, it's not always the case when you're in a situation where you just always have to think about, all right, I'm in the NFL. I can't respond to this person badmouthing me or defaming me for no reason. How long can we let this go on where people are just talking about you and you can't even say anything, bro? Like, that's not reality. That's not real life.
And to your point,
it's so normal though. It's so normal that someone that don't know you could just get online and they got credentials. They get online and can say whatever, and we're just expected to just be. Don't worry about it. You can lie. You can say whatever. These people just say things to get clicks, but it's a problem.
Right.
If you address it.
Hey, Shiloh, let me ask you something. You posted that people are talking about. I seen these comments, right? I thought Coach Prime raised young men to be high character and whoop-de-whoop. So I posted a response and I said, to me, that's what he is doing. Like, for a guy that critiques and everything like me and goes on and all these things, and I tell my opinion on what I feel is the truth. And it's still my opinion at the end of the day, right? I'm not there with y'all. I know Andre Hart. I know all these guys on your staff, on your pop staff. You and your pops have had conversations for a long time. I'm sitting there like, hold up. That is what you're supposed to do with your brother from that father that is being raised right. Like, what the fuck you talking about? No, I kind of went at somebody on Twitter earlier when they said that, and I've been wanting to critique everything. for me and I argue every day and all this shit, but I'm like, where you at with this whole, you do this on the media, you do this, and they say this, but then you do this, and then you got defense. They defend you or they blast you. It's really it's that simple, dog. You're never going to win in this thing. And that's why it's that stand on 10 toes, and that's what we respect.
This is my thing, Coach JB. This is my thing. I'm a grown man. I'm 26. I have my own platform. I've been building it for years and years and years while I've been playing. I can say whatever I want. I'm not on a team. I'm a media guy. No different than you. No different than you.
Or Mary Kay.
Exactly.
No different than her. But guess what? I have a video. I have a video for you guys. Man,
So what do you got going? You're not working out. You're not working out. Nothing. Doing nothing towards football right now. You're just doing you right now in this.
Yeah, I'm working out and stuff, but fam, like, I ain't get no call.
Hey.
He blackballed, man. You already know what that is. Ain't nobody trying to bring Shiloh on. They don't want to deal with it. They don't like Prime, bro. It's as obvious as that.
Hey, go ahead, baby. Pop it in. Shiloh, we got it for you. Pop that in.
That he's going to have to do to catch up or leapfrog Dylan and some of the other guys. You can't be just thinking. You've got to know it. So hopefully he's at home with Shiloh and he's barking out plays to Shiloh and barking out the terminology like,
What do I have to do anything? What do I have to do? I didn't mention you. I'm at home chilling. I didn't mention you. What do I do?
When was this?
Hold up. Mary Kay mentioned Shiloh well before Shiloh ever said anything to Mary Kay. Let's go ahead and run that back.
Hey, go ahead, baby. Pop it in. Shiloh, we got it for you. Pop that in.
that he's going to have to do to catch up or leapfrog Dylan and some of the other guys. You can't be just thinking. You've got to know it. So hopefully he's at home with Shiloh and he's barking out plays to Shiloh and barking out the terminology like,
What do I have to do anything?
Terrible.
What do I have to do? I didn't mention you.
So this is a classic example of throwing rocks and then running and say, they're throwing rocks at me back. They're coming to beat me up. You was just picking with them folks. You ain't telling the side of the story where you went and picked with them folks first. Then you got your butt whooped and came home and tried to say somebody did something to you. No, you was barking up the wrong tree. Somebody got back right with you, and now it's a problem and you can't take it. Boy, that's that privilege. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm at home chilling. I didn't mention you. What do I do?
When was this?
This was last year.
Okay, this last year.
You don't mention me, at least put in a good word for me to get a little spot on the team.
Right. Because I feel like she was trying to be shady a little bit. Like that's how it came off.
If you want to mention me, at least help me get on the team so you can really mention me. And then I can't say nothing back.
Let me ask you this: Do you think because of your pop's name, and I mentioned this before, do you think because of the last name or because of who Deion Sanders is and everything that he brought to Colorado, the fame and fortune that happened like boom instantaneously, they automatically attach you to? All right, Shiloh could do. We attach every name under the Sanders family tree. Like they're gonna say your name regardless. Do you feel that's what it is?
That's fine, but guess what? When your father is one of the greatest, if not the greatest to ever do it, that's just what happens. And it's just gonna be like that. So I mean, hey, they can hate on me, but why didn't your dad do nothing?
Right.
She had a white dad.
White daddy, Shiloh, white daddy.
She had a white daddy. Let me tell you something. Do you think? Because I know what's gonna happen. She came at you a year ago. You came and you didn't. You're not holding grudges. You came out and said, "Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich," because you're defending your brother. Current day now, they're gonna say, Shiloh coming at her because she went at him a year ago. I'm telling you, that's what they gonna do. That's what these motherfuckers, these weirdos do online.
That's fine. I'm just like you. I'm just like her. I'm a media guy. If I see something that interests me, I can talk about it. It didn't interest me back then to say anything. I didn't even see it. I didn't even care.
And you was playing. You was trying to make a team.
I don't care about nothing. Like, personally, like, even this. Like,
You just having fun.
hey, maybe one day me and Mary Kay could make a YouTube video making sandwiches together one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no hate towards nobody, but it's certain things that I want to talk about, certain things that it's not worth my time to talk about.
Hey, bro. This dude is silly. He said maybe me and Mary Kay can make a video making sandwiches one day together.
Do it all for you. Just hit me up and be like, dog, coach, can you go at this, bro? I'll do it. I love it.
I don't hate women. Like, I love women.
I love them. I love the shit out of them.
That narrative is just stupid.
Yeah, I love them.
And we can't be in a space where every single time we criticize a woman that we hate them. It's like, no, they're in the space where they're beat writer. They're starting to coach a little bit now.
Azzy,
we gonna make comments. You're gonna criticize.
Paris, we got some fine little sisters in here. They love us. The women love us. The women love us.
Who is mad at you whenever you be going off?
You said me?
No, Coach JB.
Say what?
Come on, for real.
Say it again.
Who hates on you when you go off?
Everybody.
What do you do about that?
I own it. I love it.
He responded.
This is your lane. This is your lane.
Yeah, my shit get hard. I yell at Smitty. I take it out on Smitty. Why? I take it out on Smitty. Here's the thing.
Whoa. Hey, what, JB? The hell JB say?
Who hates on you when you go off?
Everybody.
What do you do about that?
I own it. I love it.
He responded.
This is your lane. This is your lane.
Yeah, my shit get hard. I yell at Smitty. I take it out on Smitty. Why? I take it out on Smitty. Here's the thing. Like, dog, Pac-Man Jones, right? Him and your pops are he calls your pops dad. Pops. Pac-Man and I are super, super tight. Dog, COE, content over everything. That's the world we live in right now. I don't understand why these cats get so mad about it, and they really are trying to take a president of the United States' life. Fucking people getting shot at every day for having a difference of opinion. I'm so happy that you on this show right now because people don't realize what we can do like on a larger scale. I'm on Marshawn Lynch show today, and Marshawn hit me up earlier like, man, get Shiloh on, dog. This shit gonna be fire. I'm like, yeah, and he's like,
we got to do something with him too.
I know we're gonna do a black-white thing, like go each other's hood.
Everything race, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a true white guy though. You
know, yeah. I can go make barbecue burger in the hood. But here's the thing though, Marshawn like get him on the show, JB. That shit that's different, huh? I'm like, I know people don't realize like these cats want you to be divided so bad. Like they don't want you to have any common ground. I'm like, dog, I coached my whole life. I've coached hood kids my whole life. Like I'm from Compton. These motherfuckers really want me to be like, no, these motherfuckers can't say that. And this cat can't be like this. These cats don't know me. That's the problem. I fooled y'all.
JB a game banger. People don't know that.
Yeah, but a lot of things is positive. A lot of people don't really want to know. A lot of people don't care to know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Hey, Coach JB, I'm not gonna lie. You would love me as a player, though.
I already know. I said, I said, hey, Shiloh got a little hip stiff, but he'll bang the shit out of you. What did I say, Smitty? Hardest hitting safety in the draft.
Yeah, you said that.
Come down here. I got Super Bowl champ on Shiloh all the time. Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champ of the Rams, up for the Hall of Fame this year. Maybe top 5 white boys secondary players of all time. He was like, Shiloh's a box safety. He'll bang you. He'll hit you. He's like, knock you. He was dabbling in the GM space with the Ravens for a while. And he was like, I think he makes a team. And I was like, I don't know. I said, they're going to try to move him to probably some sort of Sam Backer or some sort of hybrid inverted safety.
That's called dime. Nowadays, but you want to know, you want to know something profound? It's about practice. You would like me as a player because of practice, and no one's
as a team guy, yeah.
No one's gonna work harder than me in practice. So even like, how everything panned out, I'm a great practice guy. So, like, when it comes to stuff like that, it's just like, I don't even want to think about stuff like that. And I've been building my social media presence and doing the media stuff and had interest in that for a long time. I've been doing it since I was in high school. So at the end of the day, I have a platform I can say what I want. I'm a grown man. And I'm just thinking about all the people that can't say whatever they want and gotta let people bash them and defame them and make up whatever narratives they want for clicks. And I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Amen to that, man.
Hey, everyone has their own space, their own platform, dog, and they should be able to do what they want. Like, everybody has a platform. We can disagree with what people do on their platform or what have you. We're growing ours. You growing yours. You guys have the name. I mean, it's crazy how people can't stay in their lane no more. They cannot stay in their lane. If they don't like it, they're going to go at you, period. And there are nobodies. They got the ones with the fake.
This the thing, man. If you're not getting some type of hate in life, if you're not getting somebody coming against you, any type of opposition, a form of opposition in life, you obviously not doing something right. If everything is easy street, peaches and cream, then you're not doing something right. So take it in stride, keep grinding, man. Every day you get better. So I like what they saying right there.
Profile pictures and the fake following. We don't have to do that shit. We're all organic. I've always been that way. So
we don't even see none of that. We don't care about none of that. Whatever I do is what interests me, and that's so great about my life right now. I can choose whatever I want to do, and I'm happy with everything. I could wake up and say, I'm gonna go to the beach today. I could wake up and say, Mary Kay's getting on my nerves with all this talking. Let me say something a little bit.
Yeah.
It's no bad intent, Like I don't have no hatred towards nobody. It's just media, and sometimes you see something you want to react to it. It's nothing more than that.
yeah. Let me ask you this though: is there any real story that's come out of that building, the Cleveland Brown facility, that says Deshaun Watson is the starter? Because I haven't.
I can't. I don't know nothing about the building. All right.
Smooth. So that was a quick breakdown, man. Coach JB and them just went ahead and had Shiloh on the show. That was a great little piece. You know what I'm saying? A little tidbit, a little bit of line of information as far as what Shiloh was thinking, how Shiloh was moving, how he was grooving and thinking as far as when he came at Mary Kay. I honestly like his point of view. Do I agree with, the whole make me a sandwich thing? No, not necessarily. It was funny to me, and it's getting views. That's what it's meant to do. So it is what it is. Everybody gonna run it up. They gonna make it a big deal. We know that. But honestly, we all worried about the quarterback conversation, right? We all want to know what's gonna happen. Who's gonna win this quarterback competition? Who's gonna step up and show that they the franchise guy? Who's gonna be taking the snaps week 1? So, who better to hear it from than that boy himself, Todd Monken. Courtesy of 92.3 The Fan. Shout out to 92.3 The Fan actually doing their due diligence and getting Coach on here today. Let's see what Coach had to say.
Long time, ladies and gentlemen, new head coach Todd Monken in studio with us as we get ready for a 2026 NFL season. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you having me.
You can watch him live on YouTube, 92.3 The Fan on YouTube. First off, how do you feel after the draft?
Fantastic.
Did you find it odd that you were asked if you got the best offensive lineman in the draft, considering he was the first offensive lineman off the board in the draft?
For sure, we feel like we got the best offensive lineman in the draft. And it was,
I would imagine.
And I said it afterwards that how cool was it that we were able to trade back and get 2 other picks and still get the player that we were looking to take, when we were drafting at 6.
I'm hearing a lot of good things. I thought the first 2 days, I was just...
Ken and Anthony Lima. Don't y'all piss me off now. Y'all do all that quarterback mumbo jumbo, acting like y'all know what's going on in the building. Ask the man. Don't beat around the bush. Ask him. Don't ask him anything but something about a quarterback. Ask him.
So excited, so surprised about how it fell to us in the first 2 days. And then day 3, Parker Brailsford's a guy that you guys are really excited about, this center out of Alabama. Can you tell us a little bit more about him?
Well, I think if you get beyond the size, I think that's the sticking point for some teams. He falls below the line in terms of size that they want. Mm-hmm. For us, I don't see it that way. I think Tyler Linderbaum was not the biggest center and he just got $27 million per year. We like athleticism. If you turned on the tape from last year and you didn't know it, it wasn't an issue. Now, there'll be some things, obviously, if you get a zero nose and you're playing some odd teams, it's not ideal, but there's ways of working around that, and we were jacked to get him when we did.
Coach, your role in the draft room, I know there was an embedded reporter that was kind of laying out, what you were saying at times. I'm sure not all of it was something you wanted everybody to be privy to, but just you getting to be in these rooms over the years, how has your role evolved from, hey, you're an offensive coordinator to now the head guy, the head coach, and how much were they leaning on you?
Well, the role changed before the draft more than during the draft, I would say. At that point, Andrew's making the selection. That's what he's paid to do. I mean, he's the general manager. Would he run things by me and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking? Or I'd say, what are you thinking? We're 5 picks out. What are you thinking here? Well, we're thinking this. If not, we're going to make this trade. We're going to do this. What I was super impressed with was how proactive Andrew is. One way or the other, moving back, moving up, talking to other teams. Him and his team that were a part of it was very impressive. I've been in other rooms, and I thought it was as well done as anywhere I've been. And it fell the right way in terms of, for us, in terms of what we were hoping, the picks that we got. And doesn't always work out that way, but it was great when it did.
Well, to even have a rival exec and someone you work with like Eric DeCosta lavish praise on what the Browns did. And I thought it was also interesting. I mean, you're there. You've been in other rooms or you've seen it. This seemed like a Wall Street simulation. What can you tell people about the outfit, Andrew Berry and everybody being able to put together something like that goes through every single scenario? When it comes to trade downs, I think people would be amazed to think about how sophisticated this system was.
Well, each team does it a little bit differently, but I would say this, that I think not only with the place I was before in Baltimore and also here, what you see is you're trying to eliminate anxiety. That's all you're trying to do. Is you've already in a lot of ways set the board how who you would take if it felt a certain way. Now the only part of that is in the trades that comes in, that changes the landscape. If nobody ever traded, it would be easy to just fall like, all right, I'm picking this, but when the landscape...
So we just spoke on this on the last video. We spoke on this yesterday, man. The draft is not set in stone. Okay, boom, we're picking here. This is the guy we want, and we're getting this guy. Somebody can take your pick. Somebody, as he just alluded to, can trade up and replace you. And now they took the guy that you wanted to take. AKA what happened to the Steelers and Eagles with, what's his name? Mekhi Lemon. So that's the same exact thing. In the draft, it doesn't go exactly how you think. Like I said, there is a level of randomness. There's a level of uncertainty to the draft. So as you're picking these players, as you're making these picks, you have to be fluid. You have to be able to move. Okay, they just took our guy. Well, now our next highest rated player is this. He might not be at this position, but we're going to move up and get him. Things of that nature. Let's let Todd keep cooking, man.
It changes. I think, Andrew and his guys did a great job of working through the other scenarios that led to the picks that we ended up with.
And then what is it like having the top guy in the room next to you, Jimmy Haslam?
Oh, it was really cool. I realized I was the head coach. I mean, I'm right next to the owner, and in between the general manager, I guess that's what I do. I'm the head coach. But really at that moment, besides a sounding board, I was just there for the fist bumps and second guy on the phone. That was really what I was there for. And again, that's their job. And I've said it a million times, just like Andrew's going to trust what we do on 4th and 1, we're going to trust the picks that he makes, and now it's up to us to develop the players.
Do you think, Todd Monken joining us in studio, how important is play calling? And the reason I ask it is because in my world, okay,
Boy, if y'all ask this man about this Mary Kay article where she just said Deshaun Watson was leading the quarterback competition, why y'all scared to ask? Y'all was just running off at the mouth yesterday. Now y'all tiptoeing around the conversation. Ask the question. Stand on it. Put that same level of emphasis, that same level of bass in your voice. What is you doing? Why ain't we standing 10-toed right now? Now we twinkle-toeing around. Ask the man the question.
If you win, you will get zero credit. We won't even think about it. If you lose, there will be call after call about what you did on third down. Now, we're just watching on Sundays. He knows, I know, there's a lot of things that goes into that the general public doesn't know. So on the base of everything, how important is play calling during a game?
Well, my wife always says, why don't you just call the plays that work? Seems so simple. Why would you ever call plays that don't work? Which I would agree with that. It's more fun that way. I think where it really becomes critical, just like I would say even in the draft, is when the landscape changes. Mm-hmm. Just like in the draft, trade proposals, making decisions, when the landscape changes in a game. Whether it's situational, 2-minute, 4-minute, are you going to go for it? Are you not?
Adjustments. Okay, that's one thing that Kevin Stefanski was always criticized for, was his first 15 would come out and we look like the most well-oiled offense in the league. His first 15, the first scripted plays, he would come out and be killing it. Absolutely amazing. Kev is doing his one too. But then as the game progresses, we're still doing the same thing. The other team has made adjustments to stop what we're doing, and we haven't changed anything. We're still doing the exact same thing. So what coach is alluding to here is, during the game, you have to make adjustments. Okay, if they've now started off in the dime set, but now they've moved backers into the box in order to stop the run. Okay, well, now we have to spread them out. Let's try and get them in a position where they think it's run, play, action, boom, and let's get them over the top. Let's do some different things as far as motion. Let's get some orbit motions out of the backfield. Let's get some different things, some jet fakes. Malachi Corley out of the backfield. Different things in order to get the defense on their toes. Let's not just keep running the exact same thing because it's our system. Let's be fluid. Let's be mobile in our attack. Does that make sense? No, they don't get it. Talk to him, coach.
When are you going to run a trick play? When are you going to take chances? I think that's when it comes up. Calling rundown plays, I mean, I'm calling it off the sheet. I mean, there's variances of what you're going to call run, pass. They're all on there. We all think they're pretty good. To me, it comes down to reminding yourself touches, who you want to get the ball to. That can certainly get, you can get clouded, looking at the whole call sheet of who you need to get the ball to. So, I think it's important. I think it's a little bit overblown, because if you've got good players and you've done a great job during the week in your preparation, so the players, and you've created a system that lets their talent shine, I think that's really the most critical part of it, is during the week and developing a system and getting really good players. So then Sunday's just a byproduct of the work you put in.
You've been a play caller, you've been an offensive coordinator a long time, and I know you've been a head coach before, okay? But I think I've seen in some cases around the league where guys, they go from offensive coordinator to head coach, and they sometimes get caught maybe not managing the game maybe the way they should. You're in the area where you go from yards and points to like, hey, I got defense and special teams, I got to take care of each other here. How do you plan on balancing that on a Sunday as the head coach now?
No, it's certainly a challenge. There's no way around it. I still find myself every now and then referring to myself like I'm the offensive coordinator. You just do. When I'll say like we, it's like, well, hell, I'm in charge of it all. And ultimately, I'm now in charge of winning. When you're a coordinator, you're in charge of scoring or stopping them. When you're a position coach, you're in charge of developing your position room. That's it. The winning is now solely on the head coach. Mm-hmm. So that is a part of it. I've already been through it for 3 years at Southern Miss. So we're going to find out.
Todd Monken, head coach of the Browns.
I love that, bro. Even kill, straight up, though. We're going to play ball. We're going to find out how it's going to go. Like, it's different. I've been doing it. I'm used to it, but this is definitely different. Either way, though, we're going to find out how it's going to go. I love the energy, Todd. I love the energy.
In studio with us, when somebody new takes over, whether it's a college program or the NFL, they got to make it their identity. They got to build this in their identity. Is there something, and this doesn't have to be a dig at who's been here before, but is there something you came in immediately and said, I want to do it this way, and I'm going to make this my own, whether it's something, accountability.
You see how he tried to throw that in there? I'm not going to let him get by. This doesn't have to be a dig at anybody that was here before. Yes, you want him to slight Kevin Stefanski so you can go right home and have a million-view article about how Todd Monken, just slighted Kevin Stefanski before he's ever played a game, and he thinks he's better and all this other stuff. That's the narrative you want to run with. Go ahead. We know it.
Whether it's a messaging, whatever it is there something to put the Todd Monken stamp on the Cleveland Browns?
Well, first off, I have a ton of respect for Kevin Stefanski. He is a fantastic football
Great
coach.
answer.
You don't get to be a head coach in the NFL and not be a fantastic football coach. An identity is a little bit strong. I've said it before that I think I've said this a ton of times, but I really believe this. As much as I love winning and I hate losing, I despise crappy football. And I just think that it's just such a bad look for coaching. It just is. You look dumb as a coach when you put bad football on the field. You want it to look like you want it to look like. If we ran power 62 plays in the game, they might be pissed off that we ran power 62 times. But if it looks like that's our identity and we're going to be a physical team and it looks like you want it to look like, you can live with it. But when you go out there and if you're jumping off sides, you have 10 on the field, you got 12 on the field.
How many times have we been screaming at our TV sets, screaming at our computers, our desk, wherever we're at, listening to the radio? How are you jumping off sides? How is it a false start? Every drive, we got to start the drive with 2 false starts. Every time we get a big play, it's a holding coming back. How many times did Quinshon Judkins, how many times did he get the ball last year, break for either big yardage or a tud, and they called it back because of a hold? Little discipline things. How many times has that killed us as a Browns team? So I love to hear that from the coach as well. We didn't hear that from the last coach, did we? No, we didn't.
Quarterback has anxiety at the line of scrimmage. Guys are going the wrong way. And that's an indictment on coaching. And that's an indictment on us. So that's the starting point. You want to give yourself a chance. And that's give yourself a chance. More games are lost than they're won. And that's the starting point for us as a team.
Todd Monken joining us in studio right now. So I want to, again, clarify, and I think you've said this before, you do want to have a starting quarterback on your team that you know is on your...
Here we go. Now we getting into the real conversation. Y'all done pissed away his time for 10 minutes. Now it's time to get into it. Start asking about these quarterbacks.
Your depth chart, number 1, before training camp, correct?
Would love to.
Okay, you would love to. You're not necessarily stuck in cement on that idea then.
Well, I would love to have that. I'm not there yet, so I can't say that. We've been on the field 3 practices, which was awesome to get out there with our players. I was talking to Carson yesterday. He said, feels so weird that we got from phase 1 to get on the field and then now we're back off for 3 weeks. But it's always changing based on what you see. I don't have a history with any of our players. I know where this is heading. But I don't have a history with any of the players. They're all external to me. Just like when I interviewed coaches for the coordinator position, there was no internal candidates. I wasn't here. They're all external to me. So all the players are external other than Tylan Wallace, who was with us. So at the point is, what I've seen after 3 days, okay, that gives us a little bit of a 40,000-foot view of where we're at. But that can change. Once we get back on the field for 4 weeks at the end of this spring, we'll have a better idea then. But there's only so many reps you get. You've got to start to target toward.
Stand on y'all toes and ask this man about this Mary Kay article about Deshaun being the leader right now. Ask the question.
Who's going to start opening day? And now that can still change. And that can change even if someone's getting 2/3 of the rep to someone getting 1/3 of the reps. Because you're still going to play preseason games. You're still going to want to see those guys at quarterback and see how they play.
Why is it important for the rest of the team to figure out who that guy is before training camp actually starts?
I think you're talking about our players. I think it's important for them to have an idea of the identity of the team and have a belief in whoever that is. Ultimately, the ball's in that player's hands every down. So, and you're going to come down to 4-minute, 2-minute, end of game scenarios. You have close games every week, a belief system that this guy's going to take us to the promised land, which is starting with a winning team, winning the division, right? Winning a Super Bowl, all those things. I don't think players care. I just think they want to know who's going to give us the best chance to win. Who do we believe in that's going to give us the best chance to win? Because through all the money and all of that, there's nothing like the feeling in the locker room when you win. And I think that's what players still crave, to be a part of winning and to be able to wear your Browns gear with pride. Hey, I'm a Cleveland Brown.
Before
Yeah, that's what the fans want. The fans want to be able to rock their Cleveland gear, man, with honor and get respect out in the community. Not everybody telling you your team is trash and you having to defend your team's honor every time you go out with a Browns hoodie on or a Browns hat on. We in Northeast Ohio and you got just as many Steelers fans as Browns fans walking around. Nasty work. No, we want to be confident and know that our team is that. Walk outside with our jersey on, our 2 jerseys on, like, yeah, and get that respect. That's what we coming for. So, yeah, you're damn right. We want our players to move with that same exact effort and intensity and that same way of carrying themselves.
For a big trial, a judge will instruct the jury. You got to be impartial. You got to delete anything you might have heard about this case. Get it out of your mind. Can you possibly do that and be that objective when it comes to 2 quarterbacks, both very, very famous dudes? Everything that Deshaun Watson has been through and the stuff he's put on tape 6 years ago and the stuff he's put on tape with the Cleveland Browns over the last how many years? And then Shedeur and everything that comes along with Shedeur Sanders. Can you possibly be that objective?
Well, I think there's levels of being objective. I mean, I'm not Patrick from SpongeBob. I don't live under a rock. I mean,
I like this dude. He said, I'm not Patrick from SpongeBob, bro. I don't live under a rock. Yeah, I know what's going on with the QBs. Dub him back.
Possibly be that objective.
well, I think there's levels of being objective. I mean, I'm not Patrick from SpongeBob. I don't live under a rock. I mean, I sit there and I hear things, I see things. You're part of that. But I've learned over the years in coaching is your job is to let it play itself out. I said that many of times, like, I'm going to let all of the students take the test. You know, I'm not going to walk in the classroom and before they even take a test, I'm going to observe the students and give them a grade based on what? How they look, how they dress, like nationality, male, female. My job is to let it play out. And sometimes players have they have a fresh start is maybe the best way to put it, or a different style or a different system. So it's my job to do that. And to me, it's the only way. Now, you can be so, again, I would just say there's levels of being objective, right? There's levels where you're like, okay, I believe this player has something more in there, or there's others where I'm just going to be stubborn and say, no, this isn't it. This isn't the direction we're going. And I think that's unfair to every player. I don't care. I know we're talking about quarterbacks, but I'm talking just in general with the players is it's our job to put the best players on the field to give us a chance to win. And how are we going to do that? By being objective.
Well, Ken lectured me earlier today and said the internet isn't real. And so I see, when I come in today, Brown's international headlines like Shiloh Sanders, sexist comment draws backlash, tells Browns reporter to go make a sandwich. How can you make sure to disassociate any of that stuff with a very serious competition that you are having? Because, everybody has a platform now, and everybody's weighing in on every decision. We had it happen with the prior coach. How can you make sure that that stuff doesn't bleed into what you guys are doing?
Well, we were talking about on the ride up here. First off, I think it's awesome. I mean, that's why we get paid so much. I mean, yeah, we get paid so much because fans care and you talk about it. If it wasn't talked about,
hey yo, he said it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
How can you make sure that stuff doesn't bleed into what you guys are doing?
well, we were talking about on the ride up here. First off, I think it's awesome. I mean, that's why we get paid so much. I mean, yeah, we get paid so much because fans care and you talk about it. If it wasn't talked about, I sure as hell wouldn't get paid what I get paid. So that's part of what we do. But if that's going to bother me or it's going to bother Shedeur or Deshaun, they have no chance of being either the head coach here or the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, for God's sakes, it's the world we live in. I think someone told me years ago that if the president has a 55% approval rating, he's killing it. Well, I don't know, I'll shoot for 60 approval rating or a quarterback. Like, that's part of what we do. It's part of the scrutiny that comes with it. And fine, that comes with the territory of what we do. And ultimately, what we do on the field is what matters most. And
well, that's a good old ball coach right there. But that reminds me of, like, man, middle school coaches, high school coaches, man, Tom McDaniels type of coaches, man. That's what's going on right there, man. I like that.
Said it, and there's more to it than just saying, but it really is. You want to stop the narrative? Play well. Want to stop a narrative? Win. It's really that simple. Now, there's more that goes into that, because I got scrutinized by just saying, oh, winning. I know there's more to it. I get that. But ultimately, that's what it is. It's any narrative.
You don't have to talk to anybody about that stuff, making sure that stuff doesn't enter into a psyche, or, hey, I kind of don't want family members saying this type of stuff because, we've got our football team to worry about. Do you have to address the team at all about that kind of stuff?
No. I don't. That's a man making a comment on social media. That's someone reporting something they believe.
Oh my goodness. I love how he gives Shiloh his credibility, though. He said that's someone reporting on what he believes. He believes Mary Kay is tripping on his brother. It is what it is. It don't shake the ground around here, dog. We worried about playing football. Damn it, this is the kind of coach you want right here. We ain't falling for the narratives. We ain't falling for the bait. Todd Monken out here cooking, man. I'm telling you, we ain't even played yet, but every time I hear this dude talk, man, a breath of fresh air for the organization. Shout out Todd, man. Yeah, keep cooking, bro.
That's their opinion. Fine, I'm my opinion.
Fine.
I didn't say that.
I ain't say it.
Daily inner workings with the quarterbacks and the players is going to mean more than what is said outside of there. Ultimately, do I believe that our players look at social media? Of course. Do I? Yes. I mean, do most of us? Yes. That's the world we live in. But ultimately, with the players, like, I think that has changed over the last few years of how do you get your players to deal with things that are being said about them, good or bad. How do you manage that? I think that is a real challenge. But ultimately, like I said, that's going to be what defines you. Then you're going to struggle to be either the head coach, be an offensive coordinator, or be our quarterback.
Tom Monken joining us in studio, head coach here at Cleveland Browns. So last week you mentioned 2019 with us during the draft. I know from an NFL Films clip I saw you had mentioned 2019. I didn't ask you to rip anybody from 2019, all right? I mean, if you want to, fine, go ahead. What do you plan on doing different, though? Because I know 2019 bothers you. That was supposed to be a real good football team, and it wasn't. What do you plan on doing different?
Well, it's a different staff. It's a different moment in time than then. And again, I owe a lot to Freddie for hiring me. And Freddie Kitchens is a good football coach. We just didn't do it well collectively, myself included. We just didn't do it well enough, and the players. But we had talent. And we were in a position where, with the right group, we could have ascended. I really believe that. It was close. And then there's been some ups and downs since then, and I really, truly believe, and when I took the job and I talked to Jimmy and J-Dub and Andrew, I think we're in a position now, if we can stack another draft together, I think we can really start to ascend. And I believe that in my heart. I believe it when I took the job, that we're at the point now where I think we can get back on track, stack drafts together. And then, because really it's about draft, develop, and coach better. The last part's the coaching better. But you got to draft really good players, and we got to develop the heck out of them. No one gets a ready-made roster. And then we've got to coach. We got to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on in the business. And then give yourself a chance every week by playing great football.
All right, I got one more quarterback question for you. This is different, though. How do you plan on making Taylen Green? Because we actually got in a shouting match with each other on Monday over Taylen Green.
So you're saying a shouting match was only on Monday? It feels like it's kind of commonplace here when you guys get into like a little bit of a shouting match only one day.
What time are you driving in together?
I was just driving in earlier, and I heard you guys.
But you see YouTube.
So I don't know how we discern between what days are shouting and what days aren't.
Fair.
But okay, sorry I cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're
You see
fine.
how his
Huh?
face turns different hues of red.
Yeah,
depending
exactly.
on the threat level
I'm
of the
with
discussion.
you. I get the same way, so I appreciate that.
I see 6'6", monstrous athlete, okay? And I'm going, well, he's drafted as a quarterback in the 6th round. I don't give a damn. He's a quarterback. He starts off a quarterback. Well, I got the head coach in front of me here. How do you plan on mixing this guy into the offense? Because this is a hell of an athlete we're talking about here who can do a lot of different things for you. And I know it's like, hey, he's got to make the team, then we got to figure it out. But how do you plan on getting him acclimated to the offense, getting him acclimated to the football team, everything?
Well, you nailed it. How do we get enough reps to assess where he's at? That's the hard part. But in the 6th round, there was a lot to like with this player. His character, his work ethic, his athleticism, how far he's come as a thrower. Number of people stood on the table for him. So now, first things first, let's see where he's at in terms of command of the offense, command of, okay, what skill set he has that is his superpower. I wouldn't say that it's running yet because I haven't been around him. You would say that, boy, he's athletic, he's fast, he can do some things with his legs. Let's see where he's at. The real challenge is in a given practice is how are you going to tailor to what he does when initially you just want to see what he has. That makes sense. So the reps he's going to get may not play to his strengths per se because you want to see what you have as a complete player. Then organically you'll see some of the athleticism, and then when we get to that point, you'll call it accordingly, or you'll script it accordingly in practice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you won't, we're going through that now with Dylan Gabriel. He's a lefty. Like when I'm scripting, in my mind, I have to think, well, there's certain things we do with a right-handed quarterback, certain things you have to do with a left-handed quarterback. But in the early parts, you're just trying to see what they have. We're already going through that with Dylan because he's lefty and a righty in certain throws. And so we'll have to do.
So what he's doing, once again, without even trying to do it, he's just alluding to his coaching style. He likes to tailor things to his talent. Whatever talent he has, he's going to cater the game plan to be able to try and make those talents successful, to enhance and to show, enlighten on those abilities that said players have. So if he has a speedy, quick, offense, then he's going to do a lot of quick gadget things, get the ball out of people's hands fast, get people the ball in space. If he has deep over-the-top speed, long, lanky, over-the-top, rangy speed, then there's going to be a lot of different type of concepts, some scissors, some posts, different things that he's going to do to be able to get those long players over the top, get them across speed, that track speed, using that long distance speed. Same thing with the tailback. So we got an inside tailback that likes to power it downhill. Well, then we're going to be running a lot of inside zone. There's going to be a lot of ISO work going on. But if we got a home run back, well then we might be doing a lot of outside zone, a lot of stretch, things of that nature. We might be doing things to get the back involved. But that's a hell of a way to explain how you might use Taylen Green as far as tailoring a system with the reps you have available, because we're not going to go out of our way to just give him all these reps. But with the reps we have available, trying to figure out what he's good at, what he can do, what he can't do. Simple as that.
Do that with the young man we drafted.
But you talked about character, and it seemed like reading a lot of the reporting, the orange dot, the prevalence of that, making sure to really identify the guys that are good character, could be great for the culture. Is that really important for a first-year head coach in establishing a culture? Because we know in the NFL, can't all be choir boys, right? And so you got to take some chances here and there. But it seemed like this draft was definitely highlighted with a bunch of orange dots.
Well, if you're looking at football character and then work ethic character and then off the field issues, there's almost like talent, how they work, and then off the field. There's like 3 pieces to this. And so what would you love? Obviously, everybody's looking for big, fast, physical, smart, tough, works his rear end off, got a great family, already married, got 2 kids, goes home at night, watches the Voice. Hell, I don't know. But with their wife. But that doesn't always work. But you'd love to have great football character along with the work ethic that allows them to develop faster. The self-awareness of where they're at as a player, where they want to get to, able to set goals, right? Has a coach-be-coach mentality that embraces coaching, correction, fighting everything that gets in the way of winning football, be that individually or collectively as a team. The more guys you get on the team that feel that way and work in that direction, to me, the better off you're going to be.
I know we gotta get you out of here soon. You got a lot of stuff on your schedule, like getting ready for the Derby. Did you ever know that your love of horses is what made...
He about to get into a horse conversation. We're not worried about any of that. We'll fast forward through a little bit of that. But real quick, he's talking about the quality of players that he's trying to bring in. Everybody he's bringing in is dogs. When you go look at how they play their play styles, they're aggressive physical receivers, aggressive physical linemen, aggressive physical defensive players. Also with high on the field and off the field character. So that's a new wave in Cleveland. That's what we're looking for. Bring dogs in, bring great athletes in, people that's ready to come, get to it, and deliver for us.
They have tipped all of us off in the first place that you would be the head coach. Listen to this. You're going to tell me that the Kalshi markets are going to be swayed just because someone's horses are going to be boarded here?
What is that?
Todd Monken.
Stop beating around the bush.
Is right now the favorite, but it's close.
You're doing slippery wizard things.
All I know is this. Todd Monken is an owner of multiple horses, and the horse community right now is talking. And boy, are they talking.
And then Liva said that you were basically, there's no basically about it. He said you were getting the job because he talks to horse people.
If that was the only reason I got the job,
no, that's not the
I've been
reason
going
you got
about this the wrong way. I mean, I should have been owning more horses. And I will give you a funny story, though. So when I'll get back to the horses. So I'm at Georgia. And the season ends. We win a second national championship. And I had gotten to be good friends with, and my wife had, with the basketball coaches, Tom Crean and Steve McLean. My wife, Terry, had gotten to be good friends with Greg Roman. Mm-hmm. It couldn't have been a day or two later, and Joni Crean, Harbaugh, calls my wife and says, would Todd be interested in the Ravens job? Well, I'm going to call John and tell him this is the guy he's got to hire. And I'm thinking, man, I've been going about this all wrong. I mean, I just put my wife...
It's not what you know, it's who you know. A wise old man always told me that, man. It's not what you know, it's who you know to get you in positions, man, to be successful.
Out there getting no wives and give myself a chance at some of these jobs. But that is a true story. That it started off with, not that I hadn't been in the NFL, not that John would have known who I am, but I'll be damned if it wasn't, my wife and Joni Crean's relationship that started it and got me an opportunity. So now the next job I get is because of the horse people, which I think is awesome. And Shedeur got me that horse, which had nothing to do with horse racing. I still have no idea. He said he just liked it, wanted to just send me a gift, I guess for my birthday, and it's still sitting up there amongst the helmets. So, but I don't think it had anything to do with horse racing.
How many horses you have?
I don't have any now, which is really sad.
You got rid of the horses?
Well, I did. Well, eventually we sold the last one we had, which was a really nice filly. But eventually, we got rid of it with the idea of her becoming a brood mare, and it was time to just get rid of her. I didn't have a big piece of it, but it was an expensive horse. But I started back in horse racing when I got here in 19 with Matt Shire, a trainer out of out of Louisville. He's boarded at Churchill Downs. He's from the area, played basketball in the area, and I started then. So it's really been a 7-year deal off and on with Thoroughbreds, and so I really enjoy it. I enjoy the betting aspect of it. I like the tactical aspect of it, of trying to figure out a race, how it plays out, a lot like play calling or designing a game plan. So it's just a hobby that I have that I enjoy, and everybody has something that they enjoy, whether it's fixing the yard or woodworking or golfing, and I like horse racing.
That is okay. I'm glad you just got rid of the horse because you were just getting rid of the horse. I didn't want you to get rid of the horse. Like, you people can't keep a secret, so I can't keep the horses here or anything like that. I'm glad that was the reason.
No, I don't have them in my backyard. You don't actually own them. They don't have a field where you go out there and feed them. They're down at Churchill Downs and in a barn, like in a little stall. And what I did find out, though, that the ownership part of it really isn't as cool as you'd think. I like it, but it feels like, for instance, you either need to pick the horse or feed the horse or clean up after the horse or ride the horse or train the horse. In my opinion, it feels like you're a part of it. I've been in coaching. Like, when the horse wins, there's an almost part like I actually now know how, like, Jimmy feels or an owner feels. Like, you're from above, you provide the resources, the funding, and you have the same frustrations that an owner has, but you don't have anything really to do with it. You're not the day-to-day part of it.
Yeah.
And that's hard when you're used to the day-to-day of it, because then you're, as an owner, you're sitting there when the horse isn't winning, and then you get a bill that says that the filly needs like a new blanket, and it's like, well, let her be cold. She's not winning. I mean, what the shit? Or the horse needs dental work, and you're like, the horse isn't smiling in the winner's circle. I mean, hell, forget the dental work. You start looking at every bill, and you start trying to figure out, like, why aren't we competitive? What is it? The cool thing that the trainer I've had, Matt Shire, is I've been in the business of that, so I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm not an irrational owner when it comes to when a horse doesn't perform. I go through it on a daily basis and a yearly basis. Do I like it? No. Do I understand it? Yes. But my wife would prefer that I don't get another horse. But I'm open for business. If there are any trainers out there, Matt's been slow to get me another horse. So I'm talking more Churchill. As much as I love Thistle Downs, I'm not really thinking the Thistle Down Racino. I'm not putting a little downer on Thistle Downs Racino, but I'm looking a little upgrade there, more towards Churchill.
Do you have a favor for tomorrow?
I'm still working through it. A few days ago, I was on Renegade. I'm like, okay, I like the turn of foot. I obviously had it a few weeks ago and bet it, really felt good about it. Obviously, it's an absolute, in some ways, a guess with 20 horses coming out of the gate. Now, it's changed since they went to one main gate as opposed to two for the horses on the inside. That makes me feel a little bit better about Renegade, but it's so hard to drill down on a 4 or 5 to 1 with 20 horses. Mm-hmm. My man Chuck Martin in Miami of Ohio, who loves horses as well, he's got it down to a science. So what he'll do, and of course I've bet the Derby for now over 25, 30 years, and I think I've made money like 2 or 3 times. I mean, that's about it, and I've bet on it. I'd be retired by now if I didn't get into horse racing, but Chuck will pick like 2 or 3 horses that are 10 to 1 or higher, and he'll pick them to finish first or second in an exacta with the field. And it'll be like, let's say it does a $2 exacta, there's 19 other horses, that's 38 on top, it's 30 out in the back end, 76, and he'll pick 3 of them. And if the exacta comes in with another long shot, he'll win a decent amount. Like he had Rich Strike, who won it a few years ago, who got into the field, was actually number 21 and won it. It was $5,000 because the exacta paid with like a 50 to 1 with like the next horse. I'm not saying that's the direction I'm going to go, but I've got to change something up from what I've been doing. But we used to have, I'm going to tell another story while we're here. When we're on the Derby. And there's another Chuck Martin story. And to this day, Kerry Lombardi and Tony Lombardi, who when I was at Eastern Michigan, Tony was our defensive coordinator and his wife, Carrie. So back then, you didn't have phones. You couldn't bet on the phones. You had to be a real degenerate to go to the track. So we would have a derby party at Eastern Michigan. And Chuck and I would drive up to Northville Downs, a buggy track, and we'd bet everybody's bet. We'd get everybody's bet for the derby. We'd drive up there, bet the derby. Mm-hmm. Well, on the way back, we're 20 minutes down the road, and Chuck Martin says, man, we forgot to make Carrie Lombardi's bet. She wanted charismatic for Carrie. And I'm like, screw it, we'll just book the bet. We'll just tell her we made it. It was a $5 bet.
Oh, no.
We'll just book the bet. You know, you and I together. Okay, fine. No one knows but us. Everybody else has their bets. We're good to go. I'll be damned
my God.
if down the stretch, Larry Colmus, whoever's calling us, goes, and down the stretch, it's charismatic. And we're looking at each other like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like at 30-1. And at that time, $150 for us was a decent amount.
Yeah.
I mean, now screw it, fine, whatever. But back then, it was like we had to pay her cash, and we're the only ones that knew that we didn't make the bet. We made the mistake, didn't make the bet, and Charismatic won the Derby, and
I don't
we were
know.
at $150 or $155, whatever the heck we paid.
I can't believe you love horses this much. This is outstanding.
Yeah.
Coach, I wish I had more time. We got to let you go. You've been wonderful with your time. Thank you so much. And obviously, we'll talk to you during training camp. We're wishing you the very best. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate you guys and all your support. I mean, it makes the sport go. I mean,
All right. So that was wonderful. That was great. I love the fact that Coach Todd Monken kind of let you into his character, let you into, how he sees things. They kind of tiptoed once again around that quarterback conversation. They didn't ask who was the guy right now. They didn't ask if Mary Kay's report was accurate. Why not? Why wouldn't you ask? Because you know that report isn't accurate. You literally had Todd Monken there the day after the Shiloh controversy. The day after her report got millions of views. Did you ask him, was it right? No, you didn't. And we purposely sat here and watched the whole thing just to see if you guys were going to ask. And you didn't. So that's a shame on you. That, to me, gives us all the credibility as far as New Cleveland media in saying, Mary Kay, you're lying. You're just putting things out in the air. And I hope you got paid well for that article because it did numbers. Other than that, it's worthless to us. It don't mean nothing to us. Don't change nothing for us. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and see, before we get up out of here, what my boys on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show was talking about real quickly here.
So, Mike, what do you got for us?
Yeah, we got a little bit of breaking news to end today's show, and it's not really news, it's more of a report, but a breaking report from our friend Mary Kay Cabot. I'm going to read the first two paragraphs from the article she just put out minutes ago. Quote, Deshaun Watson has emerged from the Browns' voluntary minicamp last week with an edge over Shedeur Sanders in the two-man quarterback competition and now has the inside track to be named the Browns' QB1, sources tell Cleveland.com. Todd Monken hopes to declare, or at least identify, his starter by the end of Browns minicamp, June 9th through the 11th, meaning Sanders has about 6 weeks to close the gap and try to overtake the former three-time Pro Bowler. According to Mary Kay, Deshaun now has the inside track. Your guys' thoughts on what Mary Kay is reporting?
I'm not at all surprised. I said yesterday, I thought he had an excellent chance to win the job.
Yeah, not surprised. Everyone in that building,
We already know what our two friends here, my boy Jason and State Trooper Stash, my boy Dustin, which is nasty work. You got to stop it, bro. I don't know why all y'all is starting that down, bro, but that's a trend in that community, bro. Y'all got to stop the State Trooper Stash, bro. It is nasty work, bro. That's crazy. But anyways, they're not shocked. G. Bush has already alluded to the fact that he told us the narrative when they ran out of quarterbacks to bring in, they didn't bring in Ty Simpson, they didn't bring in Malik Willis, they didn't bring in Kyler Murray, they didn't bring in Anthony Richardson, they didn't bring in Mac Jones. Okay? So at this point here, now we have to circle all the way back. If we don't want Shedeur to play, We got to come all the way full circle. Who's in the room? We can't say Dylan because Dylan, we know what that is. We saw that last year. Terrible. We got the 6'6" guy, but he's a 6-rounder who got a weird throwing motion. We can't really say that either. Deshaun Watson. Now he's the holy grail. We have to go Deshaun Watson now. Stop it, bro. That was a great catch. You see that?
Seems like there's a lot of smoke coming out of the building about Deshaun being the starting quarterback. He looks good, looks the part.
He looks good every camp. He looks good every single camp. Every camp, y'all report the same thing. He looks good. So what? When he gets on the field, it's dog water.
No, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
I mean, my reaction is okay. I just sat here and talked about, you know, I'm optimistic because of Todd Monken, and I've said as a Browns fan, you just want to see the best player be the starting quarterback because as a Browns fan, you want to go out here and win games and not continue to be a laughingstock in the NFL. And so whether it's Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders who gives you the best opportunity to win, Todd Monken has told us time in and time out, the quarterback competition to play itself out, that guy will reveal himself, and that'll be the starting quarterback for this year.
I don't see the upside with this at all.
Nobody does.
I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. And I know I've said things about Shedeur that people don't like, but I've been consistent. If you're going to make me...
Let's be clear. You've hated on Shedeur from the start, and you've been salty that you've got as much hate as you've gotten, but it's been well-deserved. So take it on the chin. Take it in stride. Keep making your money. Writing your articles.
Pick between Deshaun and Shedeur. There's no contest. For me, it's Shedeur every time. Because do I think it's a wide path with Shedeur? No. But I think there is a path. I don't see any path with Deshaun. What's the path?
I mean, for me with Deshaun, I was a guy that when the Browns made the trade, I wanted the Browns to make the trade.
Yeah.
I was all on board at the time. He was a top 5 quarterback playing on a bottom 5 team. And so the Browns might have thought they were top 5 or 6 team at the time, and if they add Deshaun Watson, it can take them over the hill. Well, a lot has taken place since that happened. I do trust the fact that Deshaun Watson is ready to compete. I do trust the fact that he's going to do everything in his power to become the Browns' starting quarterback. I have lost faith in the overall mission, though, when it comes to Deshaun Watson. Can he stay healthy? Can he still perform at that high level? And those are things that I'm not as confident saying about Deshaun today as I was a couple years ago. I think if anything, if it's...
Okay, I got to stop him there because my man Earl the Pearl, shouts out to Earl the Pearl and shouts out to UCSS and 92.3 The Fan. They gave us a lot of content today and they never trip on the copyright, so we appreciate them. Shout out to them, and we love and respect y'all. We going to get on y'all, you know what, every single time y'all come with some BS. But other than that, shout out to y'all. But Earl the Pearl is being clean. He on there with 2 of them, you know what I mean? So he got State Trooper there with him. He can't really get on him how he want to get on him. That's why he had to get over to the Final Cut. Shout out to Final Cut. Go watch that with G. Bush, Tyvis, you know, them boys, man. That's them boys. Go watch that. He be having some guys on. He just had Doughboy on last week. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Deshaun Watson versus Shedeur Sanders, man. Let's look at this right here, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Hey, courtesy of the Dogs, a Cleveland Brown podcast, man. Courtesy of them boys. Shedeur Sanders was statistically, factually better in his last 7 games than Deshaun Watson was in his last 7 games. So they'll tell you how good Deshaun Watson looks. But let's think back, Browns fans. What were we looking at when we saw Deshaun Watson? And this is somebody that had years in the league. Not Shedeur, second season. This is somebody that had years in the league. Let's go ahead and take a look. Deshaun Watson, 2024. That's his 7th NFL season. We see that here. 7 games. My boy went 1-6. 1,148 yards. He averaged 164 yards per game. Can anybody get interested in that? Does that sell anything? Does that sell tickets? No, it does not. That's not good. 33 sacks. 4.7 per game. We talk about Shedeur getting sacked all the time. All I hear about is he runs backwards. He turns his back on the defense. That's not gonna work. He's not very mobile. This dude got sacked 33 times, 4.7 per game. He had 148 rush yards, 1 rushing touchdown. He averaged 6.3 yards per scramble. Okay, that's mid at best. 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Okay, that's in 7 games. Terrible. Terrible. From a 7th-year starter. Take that into account too, folks. 7-year starter. Now, let's scroll down. Let's see Shedeur. Take a look at Shedeur. 7 games. He went 3-4. Deshaun Watson did what in 7 games, folks? 1-6. So as we look at it, Shedeur already better on the record. 1,400 yards passing. Okay? Deshaun had 1,148. Shedeur had more wins, more yards. Yards per game, 175 yards per game. Deshaun Watson, 164 yards per game. You beating him there. Now, mind you, this is a rookie that got no reps, no first-team reps. This is his first time throwing to any of these people. Deshaun Watson, this is his 7th year, going through the whole the whole training camp, the whole mini camp, OTAs, the whole process. He's used to this. What's going on? 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. His INTs got to come down, but 3 of them is off of Jerry Jeudy drops, and a couple others is questionable. Then he made a couple bad plays too. We ain't gonna say you ain't make no bad plays. We give everybody critiques around here. You did throw a couple BS balls. You're still playing better than Deshaun. 23 sacks, 3.3 per game. Now all we hear about is how much Shedeur gets sacked. Shedeur is terrible in the pocket. Pocket awareness this. He can't identify the rush. Why is Deshaun Watson getting sacked more than him in his 7th NFL season? You don't think he would be able to get the ball out of there faster and process faster? No, he wasn't processing jack. 23 sacks for Shedeur. 169 rush yards. 1 TD. They say he can't move. Well, damn. You were moving better than Deshaun was his last outing, weren't you? 9.3 yards per scramble as compared to 6.3 yards per scramble. We can see the 6.3 yards per scramble right there. So, when we take this into account, man, and we really look at this here, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and look. Give y'all the nice little full screen. Nice little full screen of him there. Bruh, there's no comparison on upside. When you take a look as far as thinking about upsides, there's nobody that gives you a better upside on this roster as far as winning games and doing what you want to do as far as a franchise than 2-12, Shedeur, Wristman, whatever you want to call him. So at this point, man, you can fall in with what the media is saying, what Mary Kay is going to tell you, what Jason Lloyd's going to tell you, what Zach Jackson's going to tell you, anybody that's going to tell you what they're hearing in the building, because they ain't hearing nothing. And they didn't have the balls to ask Todd Monken to himself. They had him right there on the platform. We just watched it. Rewind the clip. We just watched him sit right up in Todd Monken's face and not ask him whether Mary Kay was capping or not. You could have diffused the whole situation right there. Yeah, there's people. Why didn't we ask? Somebody explain that to me. Anyways, man, y'all drop your comments, man. Like, subscribe, all of the above, brother. It's been great. It's been great being on the live with y'all, man. Honestly, I don't know what's going to go on with the quarterback competition. It's a lot of different things that can happen. But honestly, I want Shedeur. I feel like the upside with Shedeur is unlimited as compared to the upside with Deshaun Watson. We have a sample size with Deshaun Watson that's been terrible. Dookie, dog water. Why do we need it? We don't. So if we want to move forward, man, get a young guy to rock, man. Let him go out there and see what he can do. 27 is supposed to have all of these quarterbacks in the upcoming draft. So you give Shedeur the chance this year to see what he can do. Let him play the season. If he does good, he's the franchise guy, boom, you go into 27 and you go to try to get Jeremiah Smith. An asset like that instead of worrying about a quarterback. Because they still got Arch Manning as the #1 quarterback, which is beyond me. Shout out 626 Sound, man. Any music you hear on there been produced by that guy, man. Shout out to Davis, man. That guy, Risk. Hey, y'all let me know, bro, in the comments. Are you rocking with Shedeur or Deshaun Watson? Is Mary Kay tripping or was Shiloh justified? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know, though.
Let them boys be the block in they limelight. Out the west looking gas and 190. Know they watching my page, they spying. Try to break in the circle, they spying.
Yeah, Davis.